Welcome back to this channel for practice problems for actuarial exams. My name is Krzysztof Ostaszewski. I am the Actuarial Program Director at Illinois State University, and you can find information about our program at smarturl.it/actuary. You can find information about me at smarturl.it/Jedi. My advice on how to pass actuarial exams is at smarturl.it/pass. If you would like to make a tax-deductible donation to support our students, please go to smarturl.it/help ISU actuary. Here's the problem for today for exam P on probability. A doctor is studying the relationship between blood pressure and heartbeat abnormalities in her patients. She tests a random sample of her patients and notes that blood pressures high, low, or normal, and their heartbeats regular or irregular. She finds that 14% have high blood pressure, 22% have low blood pressure, 15% have an irregular heartbeat. Of those with an irregular heartbeat, 1/3 have high blood pressure. Of those with normal blood pressure, 1/8 have an irregular heartbeat. What portion of the patients selected have a regular heartbeat and low blood pressure? And here's the solution. We are directly given that the probability of irregular heartbeat is 0.15, probability of high blood pressure is 0.14, and probability of low blood pressure is 0.22. We calculate other relevant probabilities and place all probabilities in a table, which will be given in just a moment in the next screen. So probability of normal blood pressure is 1 minus 0.14 minus 0.22, so normal is not high and not low, and that's 0.64. Probability of high blood pressure and irregular heartbeat is the probability of high blood pressure given irregular heartbeat times the probability of irregular heartbeat, and the first probability or conditional probability is given as 1/3, and the second one is 0.15, so this is 0.05. Probability of irregular heartbeat and normal blood pressure is the probability of irregular heartbeat given normal blood pressure times the probability of normal blood pressure, and that's first probability is given as 1/8, and the second one is we just calculated as 0.64, so this is 0.08. Probability of regular heartbeat is 1 minus the probability of irregular heartbeat, so it's 1 minus 0.15, and that's 0.85. Probability of high blood pressure and regular heartbeat is 0.14 minus 0.05 from the calculation we did before, and that's 0.09. And probability of normal blood pressure and regular heartbeat is 0.64 minus 0.08, so it's 0.56. And probability of low blood pressure and irregular heartbeat is 0.15 minus 0.05 minus 0.08, and that's 0.02. And then probability of low blood pressure and irregular heartbeat is 0.22 minus the 0.02 we just calculated, and it's 0.20. And we have basically the table that you see here, where you have the probabilities of high blood pressure and regular heartbeat is 0.09, high blood pressure and irregular heartbeat is 0.05, a total probability of high blood pressure of 0.14, probability of low blood pressure and regular heartbeat is 0.20, probability of low blood pressure and irregular heartbeat is 0.02, and total probability of low blood pressure is 0.22. Probability of normal blood pressure and regular heartbeat is 0.56. Probability of normal blood pressure and irregular heartbeat is 0.08, and the total of the two is 0.64, and that's a probability of normal blood pressure. And then the total probability of regular heartbeat is 0.85, total probability of irregular heartbeat is 0.15, and of course all probabilities add up to 1, either in the last row or in the last column. And the question was, what was the probability of having low blood pressure and regular heartbeat? We calculated that as 0.20, And also we see this from the table as 0.20, and that's answer E. Please remember this is copyrighted material. The problem itself belongs to the Society of Actuaries. The solution is mine. Good luck in your studies and good luck on the test.